the reason why so many people don't get to do this is because they're so scared of the cost order and all the things that can happen after that. You know, it's very risky, but I'm the sort of person that can risk it because I have less to lose than other people. I don't have children. I don't have a mortgage. I have a very supportive family. I believe in God. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. And even if just embarrassing them is all it does, I'm happy to do that.
Avi Mini for Rebel News in Melbourne, Australia, with a special guest that has just landed literally from the airport. Somebody you'd be really familiar with, especially if you lived through in Melbourne the darkest times in our recent history, through lockdowns, through COVID. Monica Smit, one of the most well-known local freedom fighters that's actually been traveling the world, but you're back in town and I'm really excited for you to share with us what's coming up for you. Monica, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. So July 23rd, which
Jump straight into it, I love it.
Which is not far away, is we are finally able to take Victoria Police to trial. We're going to talk about the things that they've done, but we're going to be using my case, which is October 31st, 2020. So right near the beginning, I was arrested 3 times in one day for absolutely no reason. The second time I was arrested, I was put in the back of a divvy van for 45 minutes, handcuffed, and I was crying because I was in shock, and I couldn't even wipe my tears because I was handcuffed. Anyway, it's quite dramatic, you know. And 3.5 years later, it's taken this long. We have a date. It's happening. They can't withdraw because guess what? They're not in charge. We are. And I've decided that I would like to make this case our case. Even people like you who were arrested wrongfully, or other people like the pregnant woman Zoe who got arrested, or the old lady who got pushed down and shoved and pepper sprayed, because all of these people deserve time in court too, but they might not have the resources and the support and the time to do it like I do. So that's why I'm going all the way.
So for people that don't know or don't remember, it was October 2020, so, you know, in the first 8 months of COVID, you actually received 2 COVID fines for those, for that day.
Yes.
And you fought them, and on the day of your hearing, they withdrew both of them.
Yeah.
Waste of taxpayers' funds, your time, your money. They withdraw it. They thought that'll be the end of it, but they don't know Monica Smit.
Well, I guess not. And just to give you a visual as well, there was about 9 people in a park socially distancing, and there was about 300 police there that day. Horses, motorbikes, police vans, you name it, table set up, all this administration. And I got 2 fines. Yes, one was for being in a group larger than 10, which I wasn't. And I was also a journalist with actually my work permit and my mask exemption, but they didn't care. They gave me a fine for not wearing a mask as well. And as you have already said, they withdrew both of them. So I'm not really sure what crime I was committing to have invited being arrested 3 times in one day. Yeah, so that's why I'm taking, because I want them to explain it.
And the case itself is what?
Well, I guess it's wrongful arrest. That's what it is. It's wrongful arrest, and that's what I want an explanation for.
Are you feeling confident?
I have decided to manage my expectations and say that I don't plan on winning, but I plan on airing these things in public. And even if just embarrassing them is all it does, I'm happy to do that. You know, I don't have children. I don't have a mortgage. I have a very supportive family. I believe in God. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. And the reason why so many people don't get to do this is because they're so scared of the cost order and all the things that can happen after that. You know, it's very risky, but I'm the sort of person that can risk it because I have less to lose than other people. So I feel like no matter what happens, there's going to be some sort of overall positivity from it because someone has to do it. And I've got the perfect lifestyle to do it, so I feel like it's my duty. And you probably know that a lot of people donated money to me when I was in prison, which is a separate case coming up another time. So because so many people put their money behind me, even though it's a different court case, I feel indebted and I feel like I have a duty to at least make a public spectacle if I can. So that's my expectations. I want to make a public spectacle. I want someone to explain themselves. Win or lose, I know I'm doing the right thing, so it doesn't really matter.
County court?
Yes.
Again, the date?
23rd of July, County Court. It's becoming a thing. People are going to be there. We're going to have a place to go for lunch, for breakfast, for coffee. It's going to be fun. Even if we lose, we're going to make the most of it. So you should definitely come. If you've got some grievances, if you've held all this anger inside towards the police, come to this court case and make it yours as well.
To the viewer out there that saw you through COVID, supported you, you know, you were braver than most. In the beginning, you started off, I guess, reporting on what was going on. And then I remember at one point you just threw in the towel. You go, screw this, I'm going to be an activist, and then they threw you into prison. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people have forgotten what it was to live through COVID in Victoria. For those that haven't, or those that need a reminder, what do you want to see people do with regards to your case, and what's your message to the viewer out there, people that are watching this now?
I would say we do have to move on with our lives. Okay, so if you've got a busy life, if you've got children, if you've got responsibilities, you can't live in the past, because then you're going to be depressed all the time, right? The reason I'm doing this is because I don't have anything else to do. So you focus on your life. I get that, but support me any way you can. Let me do the heavy lifting because I've got nothing else to do. You look after your family, but if you can come, if you can support me, do that. But I don't expect people to live in the past, because that's not a good place to live. So move on with your life, but support me because I can do it.
Have you moved on from COVID?
Do I look depressed to you? Of course I've moved on.
Why were you wearing a mask when you walked?
Oh, don't you dare. That is rude. That is not true. No. Look, I just landed in Melbourne, and I got to be honest with you, I'm very anxious, and I'm a really mentally strong person, but I can't get rid of these butterflies that I have in my stomach, and it's not because I'm seeing you or because I'm doing this interview. But as soon as I landed in Melbourne, I feel this really heavy burden. So I don't think anyone fully moves on from being incarcerated, handcuffed, pepper sprayed, shot at with rubber bullets. You know, I'd like to say that I'm mentally strong enough that I don't even feel anything, but I do feel something. So I can be honest about that.
Well, I think if anyone deserves some sort of justice for what happened during that period, it's you. You were jailed for the crime of daring
to incite people to break COVID restrictions, which I totally did, and I'd do it again because they were unlawful in my opinion. So, but I just want to say, if I ever get a payout or anything like that, it's taxpayers' money, it's my money, it's your money. I'm going to spend the money back on the freedom movement. So you'll see some great things coming out. If I get a payout, it's going to be a payout for everyone, because I'm not spending people's tax money on holidays. You know, maybe one holiday. I think I deserve that.
So you want to use the state's money to fund the campaign against the state?
Exactly. You got it.
If you love Monica as much as I do, make sure to like, comment, but most importantly, share it far and wide, because, look, the mainstream media used to love to talk about Monica when they could demonise her, when they could try to turn everyone against her. But now that she's on the offensive, taking on the police, suddenly they've gone radio silence. It's up to you guys to share this far and wide. And then, guys, I know we're still doing it out here. It's working for the meantime, but as you know, buildourstudio.com, we're about to upgrade everything with our state-of-the-art studio, but we cannot do it without you. Buildourstudio.com, check out all the details. And if you love what we do here and you want to see us progress and double, triple, quadruple our work, buildourstudio.com, you can help make it happen.